Hey everybody, Tommy here, World at War Comics, and I have another amazing guest for you. Before we get into that, man, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, make sure you share this to all your friends. Let's get the word out. All that support really helps the channel, and I can bring you more amazing creators, writers, artists, and everything in between. All right, without further ado, my next guest is a good friend of mine, Mr. Tyler F. Martin. He is the owner and founder of Godhood Comics, the creator of the Antagonists and several other titles. And right now on Kickstarter, you could get the collected works, the first 7 issues in trade form. And if you still want all the floppies, they're available too. All right, without further ado, here is Tyler and I to talk about the Antagonists. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to World at War Comics. My good friend, Mr. Tyler Martin, founder, CEO, creator, writer, Godhood Comics. Welcome back to the podcast, my friend. Always good to see you, Tyler.
Thomas, you too, man. Thanks for that introduction. I mean, you make me seem so awesome.
You are awesome, man. You know how much I enjoy you and everything that you've been able to produce over there at Godhood. I was very fortunate to stumble upon Godhood a couple of years ago, and man, I jumped in the antagonist head first. And by far, when you look at indie comics, man, in my list of like some of the best out there, you're at the top, my friend. I mean, it's the storyline, the character development, the emotion, the fight scenes, like everything that you've been able to accomplish in that, man. Ah, chef's kiss, my friend. Chef's kiss.
God, Thomas, like I never know how to take good compliments like that. But yeah, that's I don't know I forgot when the last time that we got on together, but that's kind of what I set out to do with Godhood Comics. So I'm glad that's being identified and nurtured, and that's the consensus amongst a lot of our fans. But it's been a tough couple of years, to provide all of that you said. We talked about it. It's very hard. It's very time consuming. It's very, you really have to lock in and focus hard. But I'm glad we're still here, man. We're still standing despite it all. So I appreciate that for real.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I've, like I said, man. I mean, from the antagonist, right? Mega.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, and they look so good, Thomas.
don't they? Look at
Oh my
Sharpshooter.
God.
The only thing I'm missing is GPD, man. And you know I love that. I have it digitally, but man, that one of my favorites. I'm a big sci-fi guy.
Yeah. Oh, I got to get that to you. I got to get that to you. You know, it's crazy. You got to be careful because, like, as I told you, we had a huge supply and demand issue, and so people are asking for our prints, and they haven't been able to get a hold of them. So you got to keep those on under lock because they're gonna jump you for those prints, man.
For sure, for sure. Ain't nobody touching my comics, my friend.
I don't
Nobody
even have a
touching.
Mega Woman, man. Dang.
Yeah, I got 1 and 2, man. I'm really happy
Oh,
about that.
dang, dang,
Got one
dang,
and
bro.
two, my friend. Yeah.
Oh
Just,
man.
just really good stuff, man. Just
Oh, I
the
need to
writing
rob you.
and the character development is such a high level, man. I'm absolutely loving it, and I'm so glad right now for fans that are watching right now. And I'm telling you, man, Antagonist is so amazing. It has been a while since the physical floppies have been available, and right now on Kickstarter, if your thing is floppy, this is a time to jump in, man, because you got the entire portfolio available, and I don't know when we're gonna see that again, Tyler.
Yeah, so one of the biggest things that we've been trying to tackle, and I think all independent comics try to tackle. I mean, this is distribution, right? How does that work? Especially since we've seen what happened to Diamond Comics. I mean, Diamond Distributors. We were with them; they went bankrupt. That really hurt us. It really set us back, and we have been out of physical copies as a whole in over a year, almost 2 years. And so what this Kickstarter was designed to do was to allow everyone to go ahead and get their hands on all physical copies of Godhood Comics. So you got all your issues of the Antagonists 1 through 7, right? You've got Mega Woman 1, Mega Woman 2, Sharpshooter #1, and Galactic Patrol Delta #1. But more importantly, you got this baby. All
Yeah,
right. You have, this is upside down.
yeah,
I love it, man. So
yeah.
this is our re-release Antagonist trade paperback, right? All 7 issues in one book. New pages, new letters, whole new reading experience. So even if you have read the other issues or you had the old trade, you need this update because it changes everything. And that's what this Kickstarter was about, to your point, getting our fans their prints and making up for lost times.
Well, even though I have everything, I already ordered my trade
I
as
know.
well because I do want to see those new pages. I do want to see the change of the subtle changes that took place in the storyline. I want to see the new lettering, and of course, I want something signed by Tyler, man. So I got to get my trade that's signed by you, my friend. That way, I can add that to my pile of signed collections that I have, man. So I'm super excited for you. Because one, you're killing it on Kickstarter. You're 8 days in. You've already surpassed your goal. Everyone knows, like, if you're in the indie comic world, that it's really expensive to do what you're doing. So anything we could do above and beyond that just allows you the funds to be able to continue the artwork that you're creating and the stories that you're telling. So people got to get over there and jump on. And like you said, these have not been available in physical form for a little bit. So this is your opportunity to get those into your hands. And it's just a different reading experience. You know, I have digital, I enjoy digital, but nothing to me compares than holding something in your hand, flipping the pages. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm old school or something, but I just love having the physical.
And you're not, bro. And you know what's crazy is we've tried that. We thought that we're in a digital age, right? Where every time another year passes, everything is more convenient. Everything is on our phones. And now I realize that's not the same for comic books. That's not the same for publishing. I don't care what it is you're reading, it feels better in your hand, right? And I know so many people who read their Bible. I'm a man of faith. I try to read my Bible. I cannot get into my Bible on the Bible app. I've got to
Exactly.
have the physical book, and it's the same with a comic book. I just can't get into it. And now we're making up for lost times because now we're getting those physical copies to our customers who, and listen, you guys have entertained us. You guys has put up with us. You guys have ordered the digital copies as hard as it was to and read, just to catch up on the story. But man, we owe you guys a lot, and so that's why we're doing this Kickstarter.
Well, I love it. I love it. Well, I'm gonna throw it up right now. Let's take a look at it just so that people that are watching, they could go ahead and head over there and check it out. I'll have the link below. I'll also have your socials and all the different ways to be able to follow you, Tyler, and Godhood and everything that you all are doing in the indie space. But here it is, man, in all its glory. This beautiful trade with extra storylines in there, the changes to the lettering, the everything about it, man, and it looks freaking awesome, bro.
Thanks, man. Thanks. We worked very. This whole trade. I mean, anytime, you're on issue 3, which is like we already say if you get to issue 3, you are in it for the long run. And then we say if you get to issue 6, you're absolute lunatic, right? But we've got 7 issues in this book. And it's 3 years in the making. This book is 3 years, 3 long years, and to be able to put it out, first of all, to be able to put out one issue. So shout out to all the independent comic book creators who have published and put out and printed one issue of their comic, whether it be a continuation series or a one shot. But yeah, you're getting all 7 books in this. It's beautifully well done. One of the things that we love is high quality artwork. Like I don't care. I tell everyone, if it takes me 8 years to put out a book, that artwork is going to be top tier. That's the priority. So I'm glad everybody gets to go on there. And if you get to check out that animation too, um, that we created just to promote issue 7.
I love it, man. I love it. Well, let's walk through some of these things that people could get, man. We're on our way to 15K. I think you're going to hit that, and we're going to start unlocking some of this amazing stuff that you have, in addition to the antagonists and some of the other stuff that you got going on. But yeah, walk us through this. Can you see it okay? Where you're at, Tyler?
Yeah, I absolutely can. So right now, we passed our goal. So our next goal is going to be 15K. And this is very important because everyone who bought the graphic novel, so if you're at the first physical print, it's the $45 tier. So every backer, if we hit 15K, every backer at the $45 tier and up will get a free extra large Antagonist universe poster. So that's our picture with all of our antagonist characters from volume 1 2, and 3. So there's a hint there where right now we're still in volume 1. Volume 2, as you know, is in production. So right there, that poster hints at all the characters you're going to see in volume 1, 2, and 3.
That's tight, man. I can't wait to get my hands on that, bro. Cannot
Yeah,
wait.
so
That'll
get
be
there,
right
get
here
us
on my
there.
wall, my friend. Right here on my wall, man.
It's going to be a big one too, man. I don't know the exact parameters yet, but it's going to be a big one.
I love it. I love it. That looks dope too, man. And then here she is in all her glory right here. The actual
Ah,
trade.
God
Look.
himself couldn't sink this ship.
That looks dope, man.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man.
And who did the cover on this one?
Leo Chiola, and he is. I see. You know what? I first saw his art. I am not a huge Fortnite player, but his my godson was playing Fortnite, and I kept seeing this artwork on the loading screen. I kept seeing it, and I looked up who it was. You know, Fortnite's very good at giving their artists credit, so I looked up who it was, and I reached out to him, and Leo's like, "Dude, I've seen the Antagonist." I'm like, "What, bro? That just feels so good, man." And he was able to do this cover. And we're also he's gonna do another cover for us for the Antagonist as well. But yeah, and I was like, this is a no brainer. This is a pinup at first, bro. This was supposed to be a pinup, and I was like, absolutely not, absolutely not. And you know, he said, hey, he approved it as a cover, and here it is, man. Beautiful.
Love it, man. Love it. Looks beautiful. Looks beautiful. And then we got some interior right here.
Yeah,
Or
so
is it
that's
the back
actually the
cover?
new back cover now. Yeah.
Because I remember you saying the back is going to be different. So this is
Yep.
the back cover. That's incredible, man.
That's the new back cover, bro.
Wow. And that's him as well on the art?
That's Ahmed Garzuli, and he is the artist that made he's the OG comic cover artist that made the story so prominent. Like when people think about the Antagonist, they remember his old cover that really from the first trade that really made the series pop. And so I wanted to bring him back on it, and that's going to be the back cover.
That looks tight, man. And then you go through kind of a little bit of background and where we've been at and where we're going.
Yep.
I'm telling you guys, if you've not read The Antagonist, man, just from a story standpoint, it's just so dope, man. Incredible, man.
Thank
In-
you, Thomas.
yeah. Give us a kind of an elevator pitch, if you could, from the creator's mouth, Tyler. What could people expect when they pick up this trade for the first 7 issues?
Absolutely. So if you like more grounded comic books, as far as realistic comic books, if you're a fan of Invincible or The Boys, you're going to love The Antagonist. It's the story about two supervillains. They are retired. Now, 20 years later, they are struggling to protect their three superpowered children from the heroes of old. And by the heroes of old, we mean the heroes they used to go up against. But not only them, since they disappeared, the world has still has not forgotten what they used to do. So they are now trying to protect themselves from old superheroes, new superheroes, old allies who are new villains, and a secret government task force. And it's like that real gory, grounded take on superheroes.
Yeah, man. In those first couple issues when everything hits the fan and now they're exposed, I'm telling you guys, get into this comic book. The art is insane, man. The storyline is insane. The family dynamic is incredible between the entire family. It's so good, bro. So good, man.
Appreciate it, man. That's the biggest challenge, man. You know, writing for so many characters in one book. Um, and I've also it's the biggest challenge, but it's also been super exciting.
Yeah.
And here are all your different covers that right there that you get to choose from
Yeah.
at a certain tier. So you got the villain cover, you got the hero cover, you got the limited edition cover.
Beautiful, man. And here's each issue.
Yeah, my favorite covers, man. That's issues 1 through 7 right there, ready to go.
Love it, man. I love it. Yeah, I mean, guys, I'm telling you, man, it's been a while since we've seen all 7 in physical form. This is the time to jump on it, man. Add this to your short box, your long box, put that in your collection, man. To your point, man, digital, I got the Marvel digital thing, I got the Global Comics. I do go on there and I'll read things that maybe I don't want to invest in, but I still want to hear and find out what happened. but the experience is so different when you have physical in your hands. And it's the collectability, to be quite honest, Tyler, man. I want to collect the stuff that you're producing, and I wanted it as part of my collection. And it's not the same when you have a digital collection to a physical collection. It just
Yep,
isn't, right? And
I
so,
agree.
and guys, jump on this right now because they're available for the first time in a while, man.
Yes, yes. This is like paper gold, man. I get so many emails, so many DMs, so many comments, and for the most part, everybody's been respectful. But they're like, "Dude, what the heck is up? Give me physical copies." And I'm like, "Guys, it's tough, man. You know, it costs a lot of money to print and distribute. But you know, we're very close to closing down. Actually, a lot of people don't know that. And thank God we're back, and this is what this Kickstarter was about, to go ahead and pump out these books.
Yeah, incredible, man. And then you go into each of the individual covers and storylines.
Yep, sneak
Beautiful.
peek of all the pages. That's actually a new page right there that we added.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, incredible, man. Yeah, this was like when I'm reading it, man, this portion right here was such a shock. I didn't see it coming. I'm like, holy shit, she did not hold back, man. She just lost all control and forgot like everything that she was supposed to be doing from staying kind of undercover, and she just couldn't help herself. And I understand why, man. The unrighteousness that took place, just it was too much, and she couldn't contain herself, and she just let
Nope.
loose, man. But you're like,
And
damn.
yeah, and we all have a boiling point. And I think for a second, obviously we'll delve into as we go through the series that how she regrets this decision. But I think we all have that boiling point. And I mean, she had been putting up with this. You know, it was never really her idea to retire.
Yeah.
She followed her husband into the fray. She'll always follow Calvin. She trusts him. But she had, she was so much more invested in supervillainy from a physicality standpoint, where she had to, for 15 years, pretend to be something that she's not. And I think for her, that was just the icing on the cake. I don't think she intended to kill him. Like that wasn't her goal, but she was, and but after he saw her flying, obviously she had to,
Yeah. She had
yeah,
to kind of end that. And also, I mean, I feel like she knows how powerful she is, but as you're reading this, I don't think you'll really realize her power set and how strong she is with that power set compared to others with powers. I mean, she is not someone you want to cross the wrong way. I mean, she has the ability to annihilate.
absolutely not. And even in the first seven issues, you get, like you said, you get hints of it, and that was how it was. Kind of like for years, when you're dealing with Homelander, we didn't know how he would be against someone who was his same power set, and we saw that in the season. But I meticulously tried to kind of put her on a backbone because she is a surprise. She's called the Nubian Death for a reason. She's the last thing most people see, and they don't expect her. But as we go into volume 2 right now, we get to see her against the Liberty Lady. We get to see her against the American and other superheroes, and she is. I always say, second to the American, she is the most powerful person on Earth physically, and we get to see those feats in volume 2 more.
Yeah, no, she's incredible, man. Incredible. Look at that cover, man.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
that's one of my favorites right there, man.
Love it, man.
Because that's the whole series right there, bro.
Yep, exactly.
That's the whole series, good versus evil.
That's a snapshot right there, man. Look at that. Just beautiful stuff, man. The art is incredible.
Yeah, the bros. Look, there's the bros.
Yep. Love it, man. So just good stuff, guys. I'm telling you, man. Get over there, back this. Just beautiful, beautiful stuff. Such high-end storytelling.
God, so proud of this book, man.
Yeah, you should be, man. Talk about some of the things that you kind of have planned that you are allowed to talk about, Tyler, when it comes to antagonists above and beyond what's happening within the Kickstarter. I know there's been some talk about animation, possibly television. Like, I don't know where we're at on that, if you're still kind of working on it. I know some of those things could be held up for years as you're negotiating. Can you kind of talk about that and where you're at?
Yeah, so more importantly, right now, so we did have the live action television show that was in production. Unfortunately, that got shut down due to the Hollywood strike a couple of years back, where all of these projects were shelved, and especially you had real large IP properties that were shelved. So
Yeah.
especially an independent company like myself, a virtually unknown comic book where we were going to be on the chopping block. But right now we're focusing on getting volume 2 done. We've
Yep.
got about 3 spinoffs that we have greenlit.
Ooh.
So we've got Trey Evil on Fight Island. We've got The Americans, Red, White, and Blood, which is a prequel that picks up directly after the death of the American. And then we have The American.
Yeah.
I won't go into details about that one, but that's what we're working on. We just partnered with June Sky Studios, so we're going to start developing short and long form animation.
Damn.
Our end game and goal is to start pitching to using our own context and using our own work, quite frankly, to start pitching to studios and producers to kind of get rid of the middleman thing that's going on right now. That's just hurting a lot of independent IPs and creators. And that's our main focus right now, as well as distribution. We're working on a huge distribution model right now that hopefully in the next four months will benefit a lot of independent comic creators at scale. And then finally, we our submissions have opened back up, so we're looking to put the Godhood logo on some high quality comic books. So that's something that we can be that we look forward to.
Yeah, incredible, man. This title I think would be perfect for animation because excuse me, I feel like live action with the amount of action that you have and special effects really difficult to pull off in a very like high. I mean, even Marvel has been kind of faltering over the last few movies
Right.
trying to get CGI to do what they need to do and again, not to crap on Marvel or anything like that, but we know that some of these movies, like the last six or so, have not done what they did in that first phase, which was just explosive, right? So I feel like animation allows you to stay true to everything that takes place in this, and you don't want to lose that because those fighting scenes, the special effects that you're able to do on a splash page, like you want that to come through. And I feel like animation, at least for me as a fan, and especially what Invincible has been able to do on Amazon, I feel like
Yep.
that route, I think this is as good as Invincible is. And if you put
Oh,
it in animation,
yeah,
incredible.
and so I'll tell you now that is now the focus, right? Obviously, like you said, you can't do live action right without the proper funding, and anything that we do, I want it to be at highest quality. And so now our focus is to adapt this in animation, and that go to our page. Even if you go to the Kickstarter guys and click the play on the Kickstarter video, you can see kind of what we're working on with our new partners, June Sky. And yeah, Thomas, to your point, that is one of our top priorities to start pitching the Antagonist as an animation.
Yeah, no, it would kill. It would absolutely kill, man. I love this cover here too, man.
Yeah, that's kind of the after effect
The
of
after
the
effect of the
issue
first
one cover.
cover, yeah.
Yeah.
Malcolm in the back on the wall right there. It looks awesome, man. So cool, bro. Look at that, man. Just beautiful stuff, man. I'll make sure the link is down below. Make this super easy for people to go and grab it, back it, get your physical copies, man. So real quickly, man, let's go through. Let's see if I can find it here because obviously Antagonist, this is all about the Antagonist, it's all about that trade. To get that out there, you get the full 7 issues. You're going to see new things that fans who have seen this before have not seen. So there's a reason for you to get over there and check it out, even if you own the physical copies already. But for people that are brand new, man, you've created an entire universe. So obviously, this is kind of the foundation of Godhood, I would think, the Antagonist, just because of how much you've been able to reach as far as 7 issues and the development of all the characters. But man, some of these other titles that you have, man, you can't sleep on. You cannot
Right,
sleep
right.
on, man.
No,
So
no,
let me go
definitely.
over here and then because you have this amazing, like if you're new,
If you click
uh,
rewards right here
oh, here we
on
go. Yeah,
the table of contents,
there we go. Thank you. Yeah. Let's see, where's it at? Here we go. Check out this bundle right now, man.
Yeah,
Like if I
bro.
didn't already own everything, this is exactly what I'd be going for. You get the entire family of Godhood right here for 160 bucks for what? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 titles, man. I mean, what a really
Plus the
great
trades
value.
in there. Plus the trade. So you're
Plus the
getting
trade.
the
I mean, come
single
on.
prince and the trade
Yeah.
and Mega Woman and Sharpshooter and Galactic Patrol Delta.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, I read GPD, man, and as a fan of sci-fi, bro, it was very touching, a little emotional. I loved everything about it, man. Again, character development, you're so good at, Tyler. That's a sleeper, man. Obviously, sharpshooter, with the technology and him being like all the physical things that he has to fight through in order to be who he is incredible. And then Mega Woman and that relationship that she has with her kind of adopted family and everything that they're going through. Like, it's incredible what you've been able to do with each of these characters to help develop that kind of sense of want, sense of belonging, also knowing that you're different. And then what does that look like day to day for someone going through that? And then how do they have some self-control but are able to do what they need to do to accomplish whatever that goal is at the time, man. You lay it out so beautifully through all these titles, Tyler.
Man, I appreciate that. Yeah, I Galactic Patrol Delta is definitely an underdog, and I'm excited to revisit that. I partnered with a recent partner with a new artist that we're gonna do issue two. Also, we're gonna get Mega Woman 3 done, and then we're gonna do Sharpshooter 2 is now in like pre-production. I got some new characters coming to that, but like that is my um priority right now, right? Um Getting pumping these things out, getting these issues done. And so we're gonna do try to do a Kickstarter for every single issues. I'm ending the model of like 4 issue campaign that just takes too long. It's too much work, and so I'm excited to get back to what really made Godhood Comics stand out, and what really made us was our titles and the quality of them, and then making them and giving them to our fans.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. Perfect way for you to jump in and get the entire Godhood family. Absolutely incredible. So I'll put all this below. I'm going to make it really easy for everybody
Appreciate it,
in
brother.
order to back it. Right now, again, links below. Get over there and check it out. Real quick, can you kind of explain because you've been able to help a couple other publishers, Punch, Wise Acre. Can you talk about what that relationship looks like? Because they're doing some pretty amazing things too, and you've played a big role in how that is all taking place as well.
Yeah, man. First of all, shout out to Punch Publishing and Wiseacre Comics. Fred and Pat are a godsend. They have been amazing. And you know, you say what Godhood Comics has done for them, but when I tell you those guys for years have been the backbone of Godhood Comics and keeping us afloat, keeping us going, I owe them everything. Right now we're all at a pace where we've got so much going on. Right, we're supporting each other, but we got so much going on that I know Fred is attacking everything right now. Like
He
Fred
is.
is going, and Pat has Pop Scars, which is an amazing book, guys. Go buy Pop Scars. Go to punchpublishing.com. Go to Punch Publishing on Instagram. It is
Yeah.
such a unique book. There's not anything out there like that book.
Yeah.
We talk about underdog. That book is so insanely put together, and Pat put a lot of effort and work. And so kind of the relationship now, for right now as we speak, we're all working on things separately. But I think in the future we're going to come back together, man. We're going to come back powerful. We're all kind of laying the groundwork to not only help each other but other independents, as you can see what Fred is doing, and as you can see, what we're trying to do with distribution. But man, shout out to them. Magnus is such an incredible story as
Oh,
well.
I love it.
So I do want to make that clear, that they have been the embodiment of what Godhood Comics stands for, which is relationship, which is growth and brotherhood, man. So that's been exciting.
Yeah, I love it, man. Yeah, and I'll put the links below too, because yeah, Fred, one, he's an amazing human being. But Magnus is such an incredible title, and he's got several other titles that he's working on.
Yes, he
And he's a
does.
machine, man. That guy is not
Yeah,
playing
man, Fred
games.
has a superpower. I tell it all the
Yes.
time. I don't know when he's I don't know when he's sleeping, bro.
I don't know.
I I need Fred's work ethic. Pat too, man. Their work ethic that I
Yeah.
feel like if I got that back, I'd be like, you know, Fred. He is. I don't know. I don't think he's human, man. So we need to send some people out there to investigate him, dissect him, whatever. I don't think he's human. But yeah, he's pumping out some bangers, bro.
Yeah, he is. And then yeah, Pat is another. Pat O'Malley is incredible. This guy worked in Hollywood. He knows the ins and outs of Hollywood, and he has taken some of those things that he has seen and or heard and put it into a comic book and pop scars. And yeah, this comic will blow you away. It's definitely a mature audience comic book, but dude, it is phenomenal. He has 6 issues. I know he's working on more, but yeah, he's another amazing creator. Out of all of you, Fred, yourself, and Pat, I actually, when I was living in California, lived fairly close. So we've tabled next to each other, and I could vouch, man, that guy is awesome. I know
Oh,
Fred
that's
is
dope,
finally
Thomas.
yeah, Fred is finally retired, so he's in Arizona now doing his thing. And then I know you're in Atlanta still doing your thing. So I'm hoping one day I could get to a con where you're at and maybe where Fred's at so we could at
Yeah,
least
man,
hook up, man.
we've talked about it, bro, and I know it's definitely on the board. I think it's in the future. We're now just at a place where everybody's leveling out, everybody's getting traction now.
Yeah.
And man, like I said, I'll always be here to support them. Oh man, you can't even see me. My God.
Yeah, the
But
light it's
yeah,
dark out
shout
there.
out. Sorry, I was in the car, I had to get away from the house. But
Yeah,
yeah, shout out to those guys, man. Absolutely.
there you go. Yeah. Yeah, no, 100%, man. Shout out to them. And Tyler, I could not be more happy for you seeing all these comic books come back to life in physical form. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. And congratulations on all the success, man. I wish nothing but the best for everything that you're doing. And man, when that animation hits, man, you're gonna have the biggest fan here cheering you on, man.
Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate you, man. And listen, as always, if you need anything, you let us know. You have an ally in Godhood. We have all you have all our resources available for you. Looking forward to seeing more of your comic creating. So keep going, keep giving us that. And thank you so much for having me again, bro. Seriously.
Yeah, likewise, Tyler. Appreciate you, my friend. I'll let you get back to your family, and we'll talk soon. Thank you again,
All
Tyler.
right, brother. Love you, man. Thanks.
Love you too, brother. Talk soon.
All right, see ya.
See ya.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.